All right, now let's move on. Let's talk about Madonna, because the queen of pop, since we talking about queens, went on her Instagram. And I remember this literally, and I kid you not, the post was up for 52 seconds before I went, and I was like, bitch, this is not a drill. I went into the Rebel Heart group chat that me and a couple of people that are friends of the show are a part of, as well as I posted it on my main pages that Madonna is about to give us a sequel of sorts. She didn't necessarily say it's going to be Confessions of the Dance Floor Part 2. She did say Confessions of a Dance Floor Part 2 question mark. So it gives us an idea that we're getting a dance record. So Madonna got fans excited as she revealed she's working on a new album in an Instagram post she shared with her 20 million followers. But what got her fans even more amped up was Madonna, 66, revealed that the upcoming album will be a sequel to her hit 2005 album Confessions on the Dance Floor. And here's the thing, sidebar, before I get to the rest of the story, shout out to Felix, because he gave a title for the album that I was like, oh my God, that would be perfect. He said that they should call it Return to the Dance Floor, Return on the Dance Floor, or something or another. I was like, there's murder returning to the dance floor. Oh, wait, that's Sophie Ellis Dexter. But I was like, that would be a good title. It's a sequel of sorts. It was like Return to the Dance Floor, and it's like more of a. I feel like she should go in more of a house direction, in my opinion. You didn't really go there with Confessions on the Dance Floor. It was more or less, we had like French house. There was different disco elements. Then you had like the ABBA stuff. So we went into disco. We went into all these other elements. But I feel like I definitely want like a harder, faster BPM. I also shout out to Stefan because he was giving some good ideas. Who does the Madonna Louise Veronica Ciccone podcast, and he had on Caswell, who is like one of the well-known queer rappers in the hip hop space. He had him on. He's a huge Madonna fan as well. And they were giving like notes and ideas on things. And they said that Madonna should do like a song that's like 10 minutes. And I'm like, that would be epic if Madonna would actually give us like one of those like a 10-minute dance track, similar to Daft Punk's Too Long. If she goes into that direction with that, with Rome Anthony, shout out to him. Did he pass away? I feel like I think Rome Anthony might no longer be in the union. I'm not sure. I may have to check. But when it comes down to it, I would love for her to go in that direction where it's just like a dance song that starts out one way and it just builds and builds and builds until it takes us to like this euphoric high. Like if she gives us something like that, I think that would be iconic. Everything does not have to be this 2.5 minute situation because of TikTok. Because let's be clear, we about to go in on them little critters or them baby critters in a second, because you little monsters, y'all tried it by trying to come for Madonna and with your little comments, calling her old, trying to say that, all of a sudden because Abracadabra is this big hit, that all of a sudden Madonna wants to come out and announce an album. First of all, let me get y'all together real quick, and then we'll get into all the other things I have to say. Madonna has been letting us know that she's been working on music for quite a while, even after she wrapped the Celebration tour. When Stuart Price released that little mix, and then back in like November, December, she was showing us like she's been in the studio working on music. She's been flying back and forth to London to work with Stuart on some music. And then there was some pictures that we saw where you see her here. She's in a tracksuit. Now, when Madonna put on a sweatsuit, oh, it's on and popping. She about to start doing some aerobics while she's singing. So she was kind of alluding to the fact that this is what we were going to be getting. And I feel like the fans for the longest, whatever we talk about, that she's been in the studio and working on dance music. And remember, she did say, I think it was a 50 questions or 70 questions for, what was it, for Vogue or whatever, how many it was. And they asked her what genre would she like to, I'm paraphrasing, if there was a genre of music that she wants to work on with her next movie, she said house. And when she said that, I was like, bitch, let's get to it. Not bitch, like, bitch, how we gays go and say bitch as a term of endearment. So Madonna has been talking about working on dance music, and let's be clear. If it wasn't for Confessions on a Dance Floor, there would be no Lady Gaga with the whole fame monster, because that played, that is the mother of all dance albums, dance and pop, came out 20 years ago this year. There would be no Fame and Fame Monster and Born This Way and all that stuff. There would be no, you know, Future Nostalgia. There would be no Loud with Rihanna and all these other artists. And hell, there would be no Renaissance with Beyonce. So if you're going to sit up here and talk about major musicians jumping into the whole dance music space, when Madonna is from the clubs, Madonna was in the clubs long before y'all even was a thought in your daddy's balls. So for y'all to sit up in here and try to discount her, let's not do that. And then on top of that, I've heard some people say, and this seems like this is the go-to read in regards of like expectations on a record, because it seems like we're at a point now in life where people are looking back on music versus and modernizing their past sound, which is what it seems like Gaga is doing with the upcoming Mayhem record. She's going back to her roots. Madonna never left her roots. I mean, her roots were always there. She kind of went off and did other genres. But when it came down to people talking about, oh, no, that's a misfire, she didn't kind of just retreat and almost quit music and leave music on the side of the road because y'all wasn't like an art pop. So she had to be, oh, y'all won't take me serious no more because the gimmicks are out gimmicking. The gimmicks are becoming bigger than me as a musician. So now I got to back away and I got to show you I can sing and I can do this and I can do that. So now I got to do Cheek to Cheek. I got to do Joanne. I got to do all those things. Madonna went off and did all her other stuff. So you can never count her out about stuff, whether you like or dislike her music. And there have been, trust me, believe, there are songs and things from Madonna's albums that I don't particularly care for. You already know how I feel about when I talk about Madam X. It's my least favorite Madonna record. However, there are songs on that record that I love. I love God Control. You know, I love, there's a lot of songs on that record I love. Rebel Heart, there's some songs on that record I love too. It's all over the place. It lacks focus. It just seems like it's a bunch of damn songs. And the one thing I do love about her now is that she stopped working with all those, the stems. And she was talking about the stems and working with all these different producers. I'm glad she walked away from working with a whole hodgepodge of producers and doing things via satellite. Hell no, that's not you. I need to work with one producer in the studio, face to face, because that's how you get that true, authentic vibe. Madonna goes off energy and creativity, and you have to be in the room with her in order to get that done. So I'm like with her. Like if it's me, I want the producer and the engineer and me. That's it. Everybody else get the fuck out. I mean, if y'all want to come in and visit and kiki a little bit, we can do that. But no, I don't need a whole 20 room full of 20 people. Y'all smoking weed and drinking. Nope, this ain't a party. Y'all can dance to the music when it's done and it's printed and I put it out there for y'all to listen to. But for now, we got to concentrate. We got to work. We got to put it together. So yeah, so I didn't even get to what the hell she said. Because I have, when it comes down to this, I have so many thoughts and I'm really trying to focus on my thoughts. So I apologize if like my mind is all over the place with trying to get all my thoughts out. So she said, my Valentine's Day gift to all my fans is to let you know I'm putting my heart and soul into my new music and I can't wait to share it with you. Confessions Part 2, just nobody tell Usher. Now that's funny. She concluded with the post that included photos from a studio session set to her song Future Lovers. Now, in some photos, she sits behind a drum kit, and others she sings into a microphone, and there's still others she vamps for the camera in the way only Madonna can. And included in the photo montage is a photo of producer Stuart Price, who she's been in the studio with since December. And so, yeah, she's been working on this album for like 2 months, almost 3 months. So what is it? December, January, yeah, 2 months. It's almost March. It's the 14th of February when we're doing this story. So it's almost 3 months she's been working on it. And I'm really hoping that we get like at least a good 14 tracks. I know she's also coming out with isn't she coming out with an EP for bedtime stories or something or another? I've been hearing some stories about that. I saw Matthew Redman posted it on his social media. He's a big Madonna fanatic as well. And so, yeah, when you saw her behind a drum kit, for those, she don't play no instruments. Who said? Because first of all, Madonna plays the guitar, but before she started playing the guitar, because she started taking guitar lessons around the Drowned World era and all that other stuff. Or I would even say around Ray of Light. So she's been playing the guitar for a long time. But what people didn't realize is she was in a band called The Breakfast Club, and she was the drummer. So Madonna has been doing music, has been playing the drums for a long time. So I don't know what people was getting at from. I was like, I wanted to pull up the post, and I had to mute it because it's playing Future Lovers. And with Future Lovers, I do not want to get demonetized because, Warner, she owns that. So she says, working on new music with Stuart Price, these past few months have been medicine for my soul. Songwriting and making music is the one area where I don't need to ask anyone for their permission. This is what she wrote a while back, where some people thought that, okay, here she is throwing daggers at, you know, what was it, Universal, because they won't give her the money that she wants to make for this film of hers. She wants to make the biopic. She wants $100 million, and she feels like that they're not giving her the money that she wants for that budget. And my question is, does the Madonna movie biopic need $100 million budget? I feel like when it comes down to the costumes and all the stuff, she could just go in the archives. They could recreate those clothes. I don't know how fragile the fabrics and stuff are, but she can recreate a lot of those iconic moments. That can come from the studio. And the music, you pretty much own the music. So you can license a lot of the songs. So what kind of budget would you need? That would need to be $100 million. It's quiet as it's kept. I even said the Michael Jackson biopic, for some godforsaken reason, I was like, I don't even know how the hell that budget is $150 million. And it's about to go up again because they're about to do the do reshoots for the third act. So I still don't understand why that budget is what it is, but whatever. They better hope they can recoup that coin. So, Price also acted, in addition to working on her producing the album Confessions on a Dance Floor. He also was her music director for her celebration tour in 2023-24. The new album will be her first since 2019's Madam X. Now, no release date or even an estimate of when the new music would drop was revealed by the 7-time Grammy winner. Now, I will say this. Maybe we will get the album. I do feel like we will get the album this year, but probably I feel like a single will probably drop late spring, early summer, and we probably will get Confessions in the fall. Another thing that Stefan said that I absolutely agree with, I was like, oh my God, that's a perfect idea. I feel like if she does go on tour, and she will go on tour, they even said what I've been saying, that she needs to do like a little couple of dates at Madison Square Garden and just do that as a residency, like Billy Joel. I don't think she'll do it, but I feel like with this Confessions tour, because I'm sure she's going to go on one, maybe she'll be able to raise the money that way and use that money to make her biopic and go independent. That would actually be the smart thing. But I would take all the money that I earned from this tour and use that as the budget for the movie. Because if the studio's not going to give me the money, then I'll make my own damn movie. Take a risk. I know they always say never use your own money to make your own movie, but she ain't like Jennifer Lopez. She actually has an idea in her mind that would actually work. Hannibal kind of comes across like a dimwit / puppet that really has to be told what to do rather than actually come up with an original thought in her brain. And that's no shade. Well, maybe it is coming off a bit shady, but I'm just saying Madonna is very much a creator. So use your money to make your own movie. Take the big risk. But they said that she should just tour the first Confessions album, the new Confessions album, and then sprinkle a couple of classics in there, like, Live to Tell or Open Your Heart, like a lot of the old songs back in the day. I do feel like she should incorporate a lot of her classics from like the early aspects of her career and then just merge them in, just sprinkle them throughout Confessions, the first album and the second album. If she did that, that would be perfect. You don't even need to kind of go and look back and do the nostalgia thing because you did that with the Celebration tour. So that's all I think I have on that. And they really, I didn't see any crazy comments and stuff about that, except I think I did have, hold on, a couple of comments in my that I screenshotted or screenshot. I have to see if I saved them. I hope I did. Oh yeah, I did. Hold on. So one person said, oh, chart data said Madonna announces new music Confessions Part 2. Some bitch by the name of Countess that probably paid for her blue check says she is too old for making a new album. Her story is over. Huh? So now there's an age limit on when you should make music? I didn't know that because What age didn't the Rolling Stones just come out with an album that they just won a Grammy for? And they all in their damn 80s. Billy Joel's still releasing music. He plays, his new single, whatever, when he was doing his residency. Um, who else was putting out music that's of a certain age? Cher just dropped new music. She's in her 70s, way older than Madonna. So I'm sick of people with regular jobs, you cubicle girls that want to run around and start throwing shade at somebody who actually is doing the thing that they love, and you telling them that they need to hang it up because she has no more story or she's too old. It's like, how about you worry about what you need to be doing? Another person says she saw Gaga reheating her nachos, so she opened her own fridge to see if anything's left. So she needs Lady Gaga, who Lady Gaga tries to act like her career doesn't stem from a lot of what like Madonna's blueprint. But yeah, oh my God, I totally forgot. So then they went up saying the litmus test, and then we can wrap this up. That they went off and said that if Madonna, when she comes out with the album, she needs to be more Lady Gaga and less Katy Perry. So that seems to be the new shade because everybody says like Lady Gaga is looking back, but she's looking back and rejudging her sound the right way, which is like it's the old stuff that she did back in the day, but it sounds more fresh and modern and more polished. Whereas back in the day, everything was a little sloppy, was a little like it wasn't fully polished. Now it seems like it's more polished because she's more sure of who she is as an artist and as a performer because she's been doing it for 15 years. And what people need to, well, almost like her, that's another thing people need to realize too. Lady Gaga's career is still in its teens. Madonna's career is 4 decades. She's been doing this for 4 decades. So for people to try to throw shade at her and talk about, trying to copy or be like this one or that one, it's like, her career is lasted longer than these people that y'all feeling no ways about. And I don't think Lady Gaga is feeling no ways about this. She's more focused on what she got to do and get mayhem out here doing this other stuff. It be you stupid ass stands that sit around starting this mess because y'all need a click and a like on your tired ass Twitter. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Are you excited? And I'm killing the noise in regards to these fans with the fandom and they BS. But are you guys excited for this new Madonna album? I'm really expecting like her working with Stewart that they're definitely going to create magic in the studio again. That definitely she's going to push the boundaries of getting dance music back on track because with all this craziness that's going on in the world right now, we definitely want to just take our mind off of all the craziness, the fighting, and I just want to get back on the dance floor and just sweat out my perm, even though I don't have one, but you know what I'm saying, and then just have a good old time. And then they were also saying something or another that should there be any collaborations on the album? No collaborations. But if there was one collaboration that I think would be a zeitgeist moment, I'd need her and Kylie Minogue to do a duet. I know Kylie Minogue already released a new single today. She's about to start kicking off this world tour that I'm excited for, the Tension Tour. But at this point, it's like, yeah, we need that collaboration from her. Anybody else? No. Leave the rappers alone. I do feel like we need a Kylie Madonna collab, especially since both women have worked with Stewart in the past, with Madonna working with him now. So I say all to say, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below.